Good morning, everyone. Today is the last day as we know it in our current reality, and tomorrow we go into this 3-week lockdown. What we know about 3 weeks is that it's 21 days. It could end up being more, but we do know that 21 days is all it takes to start new habits. So are you up to that challenge? Today we're reading from Ephesians 6:13. Therefore, put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you have done everything, to stand. So I came across a meme the other day. They are coming out strong and fast, as we've all seen. And this just said, I think we owe 2019 an apology for all we said about it. I'm not sure how your year went last year, but I'd had probably the worst of a few years and was really tired of feeling like I was just kind of succumbing to a cumulative number of days that mark a year, and felt like things really needed to be different going into 2020. So on New Year's Eve, I really spent some time with God asking him how I could prepare myself for 2020. And I felt that he gave me the word ready, to be ready. I asked him more about what this meant, and I felt in my spirit that he was just saying that he really wanted to be with me going into every situation, into every day, into every meeting. And would I just take that pause to hear from him what it is that he wanted to do with me and in me and through me each day. And so this verse from Ephesians speaks so much to me about being ready. It speaks about being ready for an unseen enemy. And the thing about being ready for the enemy is that we need to have our armor on. And if we're caught when the enemy comes and we're not armored up, we're going to probably just end up running the other direction. Yet if we're ready, then we'll be able to fight effectively. One of my favorite things to do is to collect stories. And I listen out for stories, and I find them, and I write about them, and sometimes I get people to share them in various platforms. And what I have found is that people who've overcome the most difficult situations, things that I find very difficult to believe they were so able to overcome, will always share with me that they had been deeply prepared in their time with God, in their spiritual practices, that in the times of peace, in the times when there was no war raging and no enemy on their doorstep, they were preparing themselves in the Lord, in God, and they were getting their armor on for this unseen or real seen enemy that was on its way. And so when the enemy arrived, they were armored up, they were ready, and they were able to stand and get through the trials. Most of us are going into 21 days with a lot of time on our hands. And in these 21 days, we can start new habits, and we can get ourselves to a place of learning how to daily put on the armor of God, so that when the trials come and the difficulties come and the tribulations come, and we know they will because Jesus said we will have trouble in this world, that we would be ready, we'd be ready to stand. Today, in the link below, there will be a song list which is going to be shared, and we know that worship is such an incredible way to get us ready. In fact, in the Old Testament, they used to send the worshipers ahead of the army. So won't you use the next few days to really listen to this worship? And from Monday next week, we're going to be giving you new daily devotionals to take you through this whole season and to put into your hands things that will really help you to establish great and healthy spiritual disciplines to strengthen you and get you armored up for life.